Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a vast, churning sea. The waters before you represent the stock market, unpredictable, often turbulent, and filled with both opportunity and danger. You have a small boat, your savings, and a dream of crossing this sea to reach the distant shores of financial freedom. But how can you navigate these treacherous waters without capsizing? Enter Benjamin Graham, a weathered sailor who's crossed this sea countless times. He's seen the storms, battled the waves, and emerged victorious. Now, he's offering to share his wisdom with you. His guidebook, The Intelligent Investor. As you open the pages, you can almost smell the salt air and feel the spray on your face. Graham's words leap off the page, urgent and vital. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. You lean in closer, desperate to learn more. Graham begins by introducing you to two characters who will accompany you on this journey, Mr. Market and your inner demon, emotion. Mr. Market, he explains, is a manic depressive fellow who shows up at your door every day, offering to buy or sell stocks at wildly different prices. Some days he's euphoric, quoting sky-high prices. Other days, he's depressed and willing to sell for a pittance. Your job, Graham says, is to resist the temptation to always agree with Mr. Market. Instead, you must learn to think independently and rationally. But this is where emotion comes in, whispering in your ear, urging you to follow the crowd, to buy when everyone's buying and sell when everyone's selling. As you read on, you feel a chill run down your spine. How many times have you fallen victim to emotion's siren song? How often have you bought high and sold low, watching your hard-earned money vanish like mist on the water? But Graham offers hope. He introduces you to a powerful talisman, the concept of intrinsic value. This, he says, is the true worth of a company, regardless of its current stock price. By focusing on intrinsic value, you can learn to see through Mr. Market's mood swings and make rational decisions. Graham then unveils his two greatest weapons against the tempestuous sea of the stock market, the defensive investor strategy and the enterprising investor strategy. You lean in closer, eager to learn which path might be right for you. The defensive investor, Graham explains, is like a cautious captain who sticks to well-charted waters. This investor focuses on large, established companies, diversifies widely, and prioritizes steady, if unspectacular, gains. It's a path of safety, designed to help you sleep soundly at night, even as the market tosses and turns. On the other hand, the enterprising investor is like a bold explorer, willing to venture into less traveled waters in search of greater rewards. This investor dives deep into company financials, seeks out undervalued gems, and is willing to go against the crowd. The potential rewards are higher, but so are the risks. As you ponder which path to take, Graham reminds you of a crucial truth. The future is unknowable. No matter how much research you do, no matter how clever you think you are, you can never predict with certainty what the market will do next. This realization hits you like a wave of cold water. How can you possibly succeed in such an uncertain world? But Graham has an answer: margin of safety. This concept, he explains, is like building your boat with extra thick planks. It means always leaving room for error, never paying too much for a stock, and always preparing for the worst while hoping for the best. Graham then introduces you to the idea of Mr. Market as your servant, not your master. Instead of anxiously watching stock prices every day, waiting for Mr. Market to tell you what your investments are worth, you should use him to your advantage. When he's feeling gloomy and quoting low prices, consider buying. When he's exuberant and prices are high, consider selling. As you delve deeper into the book, Graham shares tales of market manias and panics from history. You learn about the South Sea Bubble, the Great Depression, and other times when emotion ran wild and fortunes were lost. These stories serve as stark reminders of the dangers of following the crowd. But just as you're starting to feel overwhelmed by the challenges ahead, Graham offers a ray of hope. He introduces you to his most famous student, Warren Buffett. Buffett, following Graham's principles, managed to navigate the treacherous waters of the market to become one of the wealthiest people in the world. Inspired by Buffett's success, you read on, soaking up Graham's wisdom like a sponge. You learn about the importance of diversification, not putting all your eggs in one basket. You discover the power of dollar-cost averaging, investing steadily over time, rather than trying to time the market. Graham then takes you on a deep dive into financial statements, teaching you how to read balance sheets and income statements. At first, the numbers swim before your eyes, but gradually, they start to make sense. You begin to see companies not as abstract ticker symbols, but as real businesses with assets, liabilities, and earnings. As you near the end of the book, Graham shares one of his most profound insights: the difference between investing and speculating. Investing, he says, is buying a piece of a business with the expectation of a reasonable return. Speculating is gambling on price movements without regard for the underlying value. This distinction hits you like a bolt of lightning. How many times have you bought a stock simply because it was going up, without any real understanding of the business behind it? You vow to do better, to be a true investor rather than a mere speculator. Graham's final lesson is perhaps his most important: the need for emotional discipline. The greatest enemy to your financial success, he says, is not Mr. Market or even the ups and downs of the economy. It's you, your fears, your greed, your tendency to follow the crowd. As you close the book, you feel a sense of both excitement and trepidation. The journey ahead won't be easy. There will be storms to weather, rough seas to navigate. But armed with Graham's wisdom, you feel better prepared than ever to set sail on the vast ocean of the stock market. You look out at the churning sea before you, no longer seeing just chaos and danger. Now, you see opportunity, the chance to grow your wealth steadily over time, to harness the power of compound interest, to achieve the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. But a nagging doubt remains. Can you really do this? Can you really become an intelligent investor? As if sensing your uncertainty, Graham's words echo in your mind. The intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists. You take a deep breath, feeling the salt air fill your lungs. You know the journey won't be easy. There will be times when you'll be tempted to give in to fear or greed. Times when you'll be tempted to follow the crowd. But you're determined to stay the course. As you prepare to set sail, you realize that becoming an intelligent investor is not just about making money. It's about developing patience, discipline, and emotional control. It's about seeing the world more clearly, understanding the true value of things beyond just their price. You think back to all the get-rich-quick schemes you've been tempted by in the past. The hot stock tips from your brother-in-law. The cryptocurrencies that promise to turn pennies into millions overnight. You realize now that true wealth isn't built overnight. It's built slowly, steadily, through intelligent decisions and unwavering discipline. The sun is setting now, casting a golden glow over the water. You know that tomorrow you'll wake up and face Mr. Market again. He'll be there, as always, with his mood swings and tempting offers. But this time, you'll be ready for him. You'll remember Graham's teachings. You'll focus on intrinsic value, not just price. You'll maintain a margin of safety. You'll think independently, resisting the siren song of the crowd. You'll be an investor, not a speculator. As the last light fades from the sky, you make a promise to yourself. You promise to be patient, to think long-term. You promise to control your emotions, to make decisions based on reason, not fear or greed. You promise to be, in every sense of the word, an intelligent investor. You know it won't be easy. There will be times when you'll be tempted to abandon ship, to give up on your journey across the financial seas. But you're committed now. You've seen the power of Graham's principles, and you're determined to apply them. You think about the life you want to build, the financial security you want to achieve, the legacy you want to leave for your children and grandchildren, and you know that becoming an intelligent investor is the key to making those dreams a reality. As you drift off to sleep that night, your mind is filled with images of balance sheets and income statements, of Mr. Market and margins of safety. But underlying it all is a sense of calm, of confidence. You know now that you don't have to be a financial genius to succeed in investing. You just need to be intelligent, patient, and disciplined. The next morning, you wake up early, eager to start your new journey as an intelligent investor. You open your laptop and look at your portfolio with fresh eyes. Instead of seeing a confusing array of numbers and charts, you now see opportunities, chances to apply Graham's principles and grow your wealth over time. You resist the urge to make any rash decisions. Instead, you take a deep breath and remember Graham's words. The investor's chief problem, and even his worst enemy, is likely to be himself. You vow to take your time, to do your research, to make decisions based on facts and analysis, not emotions. As the days and weeks go by, you find yourself changing. You no longer obsessively check stock prices every hour. You don't panic when the market dips or get overly excited when it soars. Instead, you focus on the fundamentals, on intrinsic value, on the long-term potential of your investments. You start to see the world differently too. When you walk down the street, you don't just see stores and products. You see businesses with assets and liabilities, with potential for growth or decline. You find yourself reading annual reports with interest, analyzing industries with a critical eye. There are challenges, of course. Times when the market plunges and you're tempted to sell everything. Times when a hot stock is soaring and everyone you know is buying in. But you stay strong, remembering Graham's teachings. You focus on your margin of safety, on your long-term goals. Months turn into years. You watch as your portfolio grows, not in dramatic leaps and bounds, but in steady, consistent increments. You see the power of compound interest at work, your wealth snowballing over time. But more than the financial gains, you value the peace of mind you've gained. You no longer lie awake at night worrying about market fluctuations. You don't feel the need to constantly check your phone for stock updates. You've become, in every sense, an intelligent investor. As you reflect on your journey, you realize that The Intelligent Investor wasn't just a book about finance. It was a guide to living a more rational, disciplined life. It taught you not just how to invest, but how to think. You think back to that first day, when you stood at the edge of the financial sea, uncertain and afraid. You've come so far since then. You've weathered storms, navigated treacherous waters, and emerged stronger and wiser. And yet, you know your journey is far from over. The financial seas are always changing, always presenting new challenges and opportunities. But now, with Graham's wisdom as your compass, you feel ready for whatever lies ahead. As you close your eyes that night, you feel a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude for Benjamin Graham and his timeless wisdom. Gratitude for the journey you've undertaken. And most of all, gratitude for the knowledge that you now possess, the knowledge of how to be a truly intelligent investor. You drift off to sleep, dreaming not of quick riches or overnight success, but of something far more valuable: financial independence, peace of mind, and the ability to weather any storm the market might throw your way. In your dreams, you're no longer standing at the edge of the financial sea. You're sailing confidently across it, charting your own course to a future of prosperity and security. And as you sail, you can almost hear Benjamin Graham's voice on the wind, reminding you of the most important lesson of all. The intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists. With these words echoing in your mind, you know that you're ready for whatever financial adventures lie ahead.